come with cancer run. And then we shall have question and answers, because there are specific questions that the media you'll need to ask the team in front here, and they will give you the answers. Then after having that, we shall have a briefing, a short summary in West Nile who understand more of Lubarati, than have a conclusion. After having conclusion, then we have our departure. We need tentatively to be here for 1 hour. So that will depend when we are starting. It's already 23 minutes to 11. So we need to start exactly at 10:40. So we have 3 minutes left for us to arrange ourselves. Thank you. They are not yet here. Left with 1 minute. That's thank you. We said we don't want to lie to ourselves, because we said 10:40 and it's now 10:41, and this is how we are going to start. I read the program all again, the Rotary norms. We shall have the introduction of everyone participant here, then brief remarks from chairperson, that's Alphonse. Hope Diagnostic will tell us about the risk factors and early detection of cancer. Then my cancer story by Florence Atai. Then we shall have Centenary Bank by that time if they are here. And then from there we shall go direct to 2025 cancer run. And then after that we shall have the brief exchange in Lubarati. And then we have question and answers. The questions may also come both in Lubarati and in English. Then we shall have conclusion, and then after that we have departure. So So this is how the Rotary norms shall be said. AG Sharon will take us through the grace. PP Moses Anguzu will give us the loyal toast, and then the forward test shall be taken to us by Chairperson Alphonse. So can we all be upstanding as we start this press briefing?
Thank
Sharon.
you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You're warmly welcome, and thank you for joining us for this prayer. Let us humble ourselves for a prayer. For what we've received and what we're about to receive, may we be truly thankful and ever mindful of the needs of others.
Amen.
For our ability to move and live peaceful today and also in future, and the great peace we have in our country, let's toast to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda.
His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda. The forward tests, these are the guidelines that keep us as Rotarians and as Rotractors, so we always recite them. So we can always recite together of the things we think, say or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendship? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you. We can take our seats. As we have an introduction of ourselves, I'm going to start from this side, and then I come to the media. So I'm going to use the rotary order. We're going to introduce ourselves in rotary order. So please, can you start?
Thank you very much. My name is Gilbert Harukara, a Rotarian from Rotary Club of Arua Eco City and the PR of the club. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Here, I'm using the rotary system.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm called Florence Satai, Rotarian Florence Satai, and I'm a cancer survivor.
Okay, we have our two guests. Please, I start with you. What you have been in Rotary family?
My name is Sandy Juniaton. I come with my colleague. We are from Okda District. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Eddie Makumala. I work with Dr. Business Center, the Cyber Technologies.
Thank you. Moses?
Good morning, everyone. Call me Rotarian Anguzu Moses from Rotary Club of Arua. Thank you.
Where do you work? Please.
I work at Arua Hospital.
Thank you, moderator. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rotractor Alphonse Ashaba from the Rotary Club of Arua and the president of the Rotary Club of Arua. This year, I'm serving as the chairperson for WestNile Rotary Cancer Run program in WestNile, and I work with Abacus Pharmaceuticals based here in WestNile. Thank you.
Ken? Introduction, please. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Kenneth Ondinawe. I work with Cerebral Vision Arua, and I'm a Rotarian attached to Arua Eco City, and happy to be here. And we are actually mobilizing massively for the wonderful noble cancer. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Sharon.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Our media journalists, you're welcome. And thank you so much for joining us for honoring our invitation. My name is Sharon Alam, a member of the Rotary Club of Arua Eco City, and also chair mobilization for this run.
Okay, thank you. Our media people, you know, in Rotary we have protocol in introduction. We normally start from the smallest office to the biggest office. So that is why you may be wondering why I was not following a line. So that's in Rotary. My name is Robert Anda Movida, Rotary Club of Arua. I'm the club administrator. And this morning here, I'm the moderator of the program. So now we cross over this side. I will not now start with the media. For you, we are going to flow. So I start from here. They have not had you, Benson.
I'm called Benson Pastor. I work as a journalist for WestNile TV.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
I'm called Asima Anthony. I work with Access FM. I do so many things there. I'm the assistant station manager, the program manager, the presenter, the sponsor.
Okay. And he's my brother.
Okay, Asimu. Okay.
My name is Gerald. I work with Sunrise TV.
Okay.
Yes, good morning. I'm Peter Chambia. I work for the WestNile.
Okay.
Shafiq. Shafiq.
Thank you.
Kidnas.
Okay. Thank you. So the introductions are done. Other people will come. They will be introducing themselves last. Oh, we do it. You know, sometimes they forget camera people. Even when they are counting people in the photo, they don't count them. So please. Okay. Thank you. So introductions are done. We are starting with this. We go to the chairperson of Cancer Run 2025. That's none other than Chairman Alphonse Asaba. So please give us your remarks. You are most welcome.
Thank you so much. I can stand or I can sit. It's okay? You can sit, eh? All right. Thank you so much, our moderator, Rotarian Andama. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And I would like to appreciate your for you coming this morning. I'm Rotractor Alphonse Ashaba, the chairperson for Rotary Cancer Run program in WestNile this year, 2025. And it's my pleasure to welcome you all, and I'm honored to see that you all turned up for this occasion. We appreciate your interest in this Cancer Run program and for always being there, and we shall really appreciate for your intake. Over the next 1 hour, we shall have different speakers giving us information, insights, and updates on this Cancer Run program. So kindly feel free to ask any questions, as at the end of the session we shall be having Q&A. So please feel free to ask any questions so that we can be able to answer. Thank you so much, and I wish you a good time here. Thank you.
Thank you for those encouraging words, our chairman. At this juncture, without wasting much time, we go to Oak Diagnostic to tell us about cancer and the detection and all other things about cancer. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, moderator. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairperson, for giving us this opportunity to speak about cancer. Like I mentioned earlier, my name is Eli Afumala. I work with Oak Diagnostic Center as a cytotechnologist. And today I want to speak about the common signs and symptoms for cancer. One, I would like to speak about the risk factors for cancer and how we can screen for cancer and what are the common myths surrounding cancer. So cancer is uncontrolled cell growth and spread of abnormal cells. So in simple terms, we have abnormal cells growing uncontrollably and spreading throughout the body. And this can cause different abnormalities such as swellings, growth of that particular part of the body compared to the rest of the body. So the common risk factors for cancer include that is tobacco use. One is tobacco use, and this is commonly done through smoking. So smoking has been one of the leading causes of cancer, especially the lung and throat cancers. Yeah, and the second cause of cancer is alcohol use, which has commonly led to the cancers such as the liver cancer, the breast cancer, and esophageal cancers, and also unhealthy diet and obesity. Obesity usually brought about by processed foods, red meat, and fruits which have low fibers tend to bring about cancers, especially the gut cancers. And 4, physical inactivity, lack of physical activity. Our bodies tend to, depending on what we eat, what we consume, we tend to take in toxins. And most of these toxins can be expelled from the body through different ways. One of the ways is through urination. The second way through defecation. The other way through sweating. And to achieve sweating, a lot of times you have to have physical activity. So lack of physical activity can lead to accumulation of these toxins in the body, which eventually lead to cancer. The other thing is, over time, we have also discovered that cancer can be caused by infections such as HPV, HIV, the Epstein-Barr virus, and human herpes simplex virus. They tend to cause cancers. Why? They lower our immunities a lot of times, and they cause us to be susceptible to such diseases, such cancers, especially HIV. So we have had a common cancer brought by HIV, that is the Kaposi sarcoma. Yeah. The other thing is sun exposure and exposure to UV light. UV light, when you're exposed to the sun for a long time, you are likely to develop such cancers as skin cancer. What are the common signs and symptoms of cancers? The first common sign of cancer is unexplained weight loss. You are here, you're healthy, and out of nowhere, you're reducing, but you don't feel sick, but you're starting to reduce in weight. Then persistent fatigue, and unusual lumps and swellings, chronic pain, and persistent coughs and hoarseness, abnormal bleeding, non-healing wounds. These are some of the common causes of, some of the common signs and symptoms of cancer. Yeah. And I would like to take this opportunity to speak about why we should screen for cancer. Now, screening for cancer allows early detection of cancer. 2, it prevents cancer from developing. Yes, so if you are having breast lumps for women, you can come, we examine them and see if there's cancer or not. A lot of these breast lumps for women, they begin as non-cancerous swellings, but later on in life can later become cancerous. So by screening for them early, you're able to remove them, and then you get free of that burden, that possible burden of cancer. 2, it increases your treatment options. When you detect cancer early, you have more treatment options. You can do surgery, and then later on do chemotherapy and radiotherapy. And but time will come if you are detected it late. That means the cancer has spread and the treatment options have reduced. For example, you can have breast cancer, and if you have not detected it early, it can spread to the lungs, and the option of removing just the lump is no longer there, because now you cannot remove your lungs, you cannot remove all parts of the body which have been affected by cancer. So by screening early, you have more treatment options. 3, you increase your survival rates. It's always known that when cancer is detected early, it is actually treatable. Yes, through chemotherapy and radiotherapy. So your survival rates automatically increase when you capture this disease early. And 3, it also reduces the cost of what? Of treatment. If you're able to detect it early and remove it, it's better than spending. Those who have undergone or who have relatives who have undergone cancer treatments, they know how expensive cancer drugs can be sometimes. Yes, so by detecting it early, you're able to reduce the costs for treatment. Yes, but how do we detect this cancer then? There are so many ways of detecting cancer, and 1, if you have felt any of these signs and symptoms that I mentioned earlier, like weight loss, like fatigue, pain, unhealing wounds, 1, you present to the doctor. The doctor will do a physical examination of what? of what is possibly affecting you. Two, when it comes to cases of cancer, you are most likely to do an imaging. That is, you can do any ultrasound imaging, or you can do X-rays, or you can do MRI scans to see if whatever you're having, whatever swelling is affecting the surrounding tissues, or it's just localized within where it is. Yeah. Secondly, after doing the imaging, if it's an external mass, an external swelling, we are going to do, there's an option of doing fine needle aspiration. Yeah, so here we use a needle, we aspirate whatever mass that you have and examine the sample to see if there's cancer or not. Three, it's a common technique here we use here in WestNile, and that is doing of a biopsy. A tissue can be picked from the swelling and then examined to see which type of cancer you have. Three, for people who have, some cancers cause fluids. They can cause your stomach to be distended, or maybe fluids in the lungs. Those fluids can be aspirated and then can be examined for cancer. Three, for women, especially cervical cancer, there are two common techniques we use for cancer here in Uganda. The first being VIA, which is commonly used in government hospitals. And this one allows you to see any suspicious wounds or lesions affecting the cervix. The second technique we use here commonly in Uganda is the pap smear. This one helps detect cancer all the way from the low grade to the high grade to now the cancer, but it can also detect any possible infections which are present within the cervix. Three, we can do blood tests. Those are tumor markers. For people who have any cancers related to their intestines, we can do endoscopy for them. Lastly, I want to address some common myths regarding cancer. The first common myth regarding cancer is a death sentence. And in Uganda here, cancer has been associated with pain, suffering, and death. And when someone hears cancer, they feel like they should sell their land and eat their money for what? Or to finalize their life. But it's not always like that. When cancer is detected early, actually cancer is treatable. There are so many treatment options for cancer. One being surgery, that is removal of the mass. Two being chemotherapy. Three being radiotherapy. Yes. And two, the second myth I want to address is traditional healers. When it comes to, you can be healed traditionally through these traditional medicines for cancer. Cancer, especially, is a very unique disease that in Uganda here, the only facilities which can ably treat cancer are the cancer institutes, through chemotherapy and radiotherapy. Most of these traditional healers, the options they give us are mainly preventative treatments, preventative procedures, treatments, like the foods we eat. But those foods that we eat, they do not treat cancer. Yes, they can help you, they may contain antioxidants, they may help you prevent cancer. But when it comes to treatment of cancer, I ask and pledge all of you to always go to the Cancer Institute, either at Mulago, or Gulu, or Jinja, and all the many satellite cancer wards around the country for treatment and what? And yeah. And the third myth I want to address is commonly addressed to smokers. People think that only people who smoke get lung cancer, but it's not true. Smoking can be active but also passive. So people who are passive smokers can also get the lung cancer. But also people who sleep under asbestos roofs can also get lung cancer. Yes, and the good thing with this is that all these treatment options are available here in WestNile. Specifically, you can come and if you have any suspicions of cancer, or if you want to make more inquiries about cancer, you can reach out to us at Oak Diagnostic Center. All the treatment options have, all the diagnostic options have to screen and diagnose cancer are available at Oak Diagnostic Center. So feel free to come and consult. Consultation is free, and in case you want to do the test, we can do it for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Oak. This juncture, we are going marathon. This juncture, we shall move to My Cancer Story by Florence Atai. Florence Atai is a psychologist.
Good morning, everyone. Pleased to be speaking to everyone, and happy that I am alive to tell my story. My name is Florence Atai. I'm a cancer survivor, a breast cancer survivor. I had an attack of breast cancer in 2013 when I was expecting my third baby. I felt a lump on my right breast. It wasn't painful, but I went to the hospital, Arua Regional Hospital then. When I met the doctor, they told me it could just be an infection, and they gave me antibiotics to take. I took, but the lump, the swelling could not go away. It wasn't painful though. I went again. It was the same thing. Then after labor, the swelling still remained there. So I went back, and I remember I was told to ask for a referral letter. If I had some money, I should go to Molago. And I was vigilant enough, so I requested for the letter indeed, and I was given the referral letter to go to Molago to carry out tests. I had a 1-month-old baby, but I went. And when I reached there, we carried tests, including mammography. And when the results came out, I had cancer, breast cancer. It wasn't a nice news to receive, because I had this 1-month-old baby and I was weak, and they had even done for me Caesar with this baby. So it was a tough news to receive, but I composed myself, and I had to leave my 1-month-old baby home with my mother. I accepted to do treatment in order to save my life, and the options were mastectomy. They had to cut my right breast off, and then I had to undergo treatment, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and it wasn't easy because it got me at my weakest point. You know, as an expectant mother, when you give birth, your immunity is down, everything about you is not like okay. And yet I needed to be on those strong drugs. It wasn't easy. My life really turned around. And this happened at a point when I had a UN job and I had just taken a break. I was supposed to return back to work, but I could not. So I started out the treatment, and it changed my life completely. With the chemo, my skin color had to change. I had to lose my hair. My hair all fell off. My head became bald. And I remember at some point, I was in school. I was doing some distance learning in some South African university, and I lost memory. It wasn't easy for me to like complete the examinations, because, and even my sight, my vision was a bit blurred. If like things were written in a marker with in bold on with marker, I could not even see properly. But that did not make me give up. I approached it with a positive attitude. And I went through all the treatments. And now, 12 years down the road, I'm here. So it's a fight. Cancer is real. Many people live in denial. They say it is not there, or they prefer to go to witch doctors. They create a lot of stories about cancer. But it's real, it's there, and it does not segregate. Today it may be me, tomorrow it will be you. It doesn't matter your age, your race. So anyone can have cancer. But for you to avoid it, you must take some precautionary steps. And that is early screening. Be vigilant, do early screening. If I wasn't vigilant, they just tell you if you have some money, just get a letter and go and do what? Test in Mulago. That time we could not have tests here. Like, we're now blessed, we have Oak Diagnosis Center in the Arua, and we also have Arua Regional Referral Hospital where they can now carry these tests. But previously, it wasn't here. You have to travel up to Mulago Hospital in order to have those tests carried out, and they are expensive. So let's be vigilant. If you notice signs, which my colleague just mentioned earlier, please go and carry out tests. Early screening saves lives. I am one. If I wasn't vigilant, I would not be here now to talk. So let's screen regardless of the type of cancer. And if it's early, you can live. Cancer is not a death sentence. You can actually live. Much as there is a lot of stigma that people go through, but really it's because we are not enlightened, we don't know. And I remember I suffered a lot when they declared that I had cancer. I lost many friends, almost all my friends. They didn't want to associate with me. Even sharing cups, it wasn't easy. But don't run away from people who have cancer. They are just like you. They need care, they need support. You need to fight in order to be alive. The drugs are very strong, and if you are not courageous enough, so we need to support those who already don't support them. If they don't get the care that is needed, they will not live. So that is my message to all of us. And this year, 2025, Cancer Run, we have the 4 pillars that we're looking at. It's the screening aspect of it, awareness, infrastructure development, and the HRA development. Well, it is broad, but if we work together as a team, we can be able to meet all the 4 areas and be able to support and save so many lives out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Florence Atai. We request the next speakers, let's keep time. If we allocated 5 minutes to every speaker, so please let's keep time. At this juncture, let's when the story of Cancer Run began, the first bank that came into saying that let's fight this fight together was Centenary Bank. When the idea was conceived, Centenary Bank was the first person. So down the road, 13 years ago, 14 years, Centenary Bank has been with Rotary, mostly the district in Uganda. They have been fighting with us. We can't have this without them saying a word on the journey and the services they offer to Ugandans. They are Centenary Bank, our bank. You are most welcome, Centenary Bank.
Thank you very much. All protocol observed. We are staffs of Centenary, Arua branch. I am Diria Majorani, and I am with a colleague.
That's Solomon.
Yeah, that's Solomon. We shall just take you briefly through the history. I know it will not take us 5 minutes. We as a bank have come a long journey with Rotary International. And we continue in this journey in several projects ranging from health, education, environmental preservation, and many other community activities. It is humbling that our bank gets the opportunity to take a key stakeholder in this initiative that is contributing positively to Uganda's health system. Centenary Bank has so far supported 13 Rotary cancer runs and contributed over 3 billion Uganda shillings to the cause of fighting cancer. Additionally, we have participated in more than 150 health camps with Rotary across the country and support projects. We have different projects like the Peace Center, the Blood Bank, district conferences, malaria, the cancer awareness parades, early detection media campaigns across the country, construction of the Rotary Centenary Bank's Cancer Center, and construction of the bunkers at Zambia Hospital. Every year, Centenary Bank gives 2% of the net profit of the previous year's profit to corporate social investment in support of youth, women, refugees, children, and the elderly, business community, and other categories in the areas of financial literacy, education, health, nutrition, sanitation, waste management, environmental conservation, initiatives with the church, and other community activities. This year, Centenary Bank has contributed 500 million Uganda shillings, 400 million in cash, and 100 million in kind towards the Rotary Cancer Run. It is also an honor to be invited today as we launch the 2025 Rotary Cancer Run in the mighty city of Arua. I would like to thank the Rotary International Club for steering this noble fight against cancer, which has affected all of us in one way or the other. Now, in Centenary Arua branch, we have so far sold over 400 kits, and we are still selling. We would like to also extend our heartfelt thanks to the Arua community for their continued commitment to Centenary Bank. Your trust in our deposit and loan facilities, such as the savings account, Center Junior accounts, the salary loans, and home improvement loans, demonstrates a strong and valued partnership. Our doors remain open, and we warmly welcome you to visit and engage with us at the branch. Please visit any branch as soon as you can and buy a kit for yourself, your friend, and your children. I encourage everyone to come, register, and participate in the 2025 Rotary that is taking place on the 31st August 2025. All of us from Arua Centenary Bank branch will be participating, and we encourage you all to come and join us. Thank you. This is the message from Arua Centenary Bank and Centenary Bank at large.
Okay, thank you. If you're here and you don't have a Centenary Bank account, please, we request after here, you open up a Centenary Bank account.
Yeah.
Because they can't be supporting Rotarians, and Rotarians are not supporting them. So if you're a Rotarian, you don't have an account, and if you're a media house, you don't have an account, please make sure you have an account. The other people who have arrived, we shall recognize you later. We have seen Katemba from Maracha here, and also Roscovia from Springs. Centenary, thank you, thank you. So at this juncture, we are going to straight away to the Cancer Run 2025. And this is how we are going to move. I'm going to request Sharon to tell us, when did Cancer Run start in Uganda? And please, as you're doing that, you also do for us, what was the purpose of starting Cancer Run? And then you tell us what has been achieved so far. You are most welcome, Sharon.
Thank
Sharon
you.
is just right here.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The Rotary Cancer Run was initiated in the year 2012. And at that time, we only had one cancer center that was at Mulago Hospital. And so there was a treatment gap, because imagine the whole country, we had only one center. And so it's upon that background that a few Rotarians saw it wise to start up this initiative of the Cancer Run. And they reached out to some corporate partners. Fortunately, Centenary Bank was one of the initial partners that we had, and they have been supporting the run over the years. And the main reason, also the other reason for having this run, was to create awareness, because then we realized that many people were getting cancer. There were many myths that needed to be demystified. And so as Rotary, awareness creation is very key. It is not only fundraising, but also creation of awareness. And as you've seen today, we came along with a team of medics from Oak Diagnostic Center to do that awareness. And also we have a cancer survivor sharing her story. And we believe that by creating this awareness, we'll be able to mitigate the risk factors and also contribute towards the fight against cancer. So it's treatment, it's awareness creation, and diagnosis. And then what have we achieved so far? You ask yourself, we've been running from 2012 to date. We have managed to construct 36 ward at Nsambia Hospital. And also we have the blood bank at Mengo. When we talk about cancer, cancer patients need a lot of blood. And it is the reason why we thought it was as Rotary to have part of these funds construct a blood bank. Right now that blood bank is supporting a lot, including other health centers that move to pick blood, but the blood is never enough. People walk in to donate this blood voluntarily, and I was there some 2 years back, and it was amazing to see how many people were coming in to just donate blood. And they have, it's a very big center. They store a lot of blood there, but it is still never enough. I'm kindly requesting us, we also have a blood bank, I think, in Arua. The public, let us donate. The need for blood is enormous, and many times it is not enough to sustain. So let us save lives by donating blood. And I also want to thank Centenary Bank and all the other partners, including you, the media team. You have done a lot in terms of creating awareness around the run. We registered, the cancer program is registered as a company limited by guarantee, and we can go online and check out detailed information on the mandate and what we have been able to do, including the constructions that have taken place. That is Uganda Rotary Cancer Program Limited. I thank you, and I think that is it.
Thank you, Sarah. Having a chairperson who is not only leading this activity once, and he has been a chairperson before, and is also a president this year, leading Rotary Club of Arua. Alphonse, please tell us, what are we raising for this year?
Thank you so much, the moderator, the media team. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate. I want to thank you once again for really turning up in this big number. We really appreciate. Thank you so much. Regarding the question, what are we raising for this year? After the completion of the Rotary Centenary Bank Cancer Center in Zambia, the Uganda Rotary Cancer Run Program embarked on an ambitious project of bringing high-tech machinery in the country. And that high-tech machinery, that is the linear accelerator machine, which we have several machines, but this one in particular is very good, and it has minimal negative effects. You know, most of these machines we use in screening cancer, most of them, they radiate or they emit different radiations that can easily affect people. But we usually looked out for the one that has minimal effects that we can manage. And on top of that, we need to purchase the two machines that will be purchased in two banks certified by technocrats from the International Atomic Energy Agency to house them. For us to have those machines, we should we should have an authority authorizing us, or we should have a permission from an authority for the Atomic Energy Agency. You know, these kind of machines, they can easily emit other negative effects which we need to cap down. So the need for bunkers is informed by the hazardous nature of radioactive material that requires a specialized bunkers, and the construction of the bunkers. The bunkers will mean a very thick walls, you know, not these normal walls, very thick walls that can contain those machines so that the radiations don't go out. So the construction of these bunkers and the purchase of these machines will cost us about 3.65 million USD, and that is approximately 13.9 million Ugandan shillings. As we say, right now we have the 2 billion in the bank, and we are now aiming to raise 11.8 billion to complete. So we still have a journey to go, but previously we have raised some. I think we are almost halfway to the completion. And what are the proceeds from this run? They are going to finance, as I've already mentioned, the 2 bunkers and the acquisition of the linear accelerator machines for cancer screening. And again, also, after we have put those equipment in place, we need people to operate. We need human resource. So what we are going to do as the Uganda Rotary Cancer Run program, we are going to create human resource capacity to operate these machines. So that's another way we are going. That money is going to be spent. And after the goal is, after we have established that, another goal is now to construct several centers in different regions. That's about 4 regions. That is WestNile, that is Northern, Western, and Central. So basically in WestNile, we are looking at which one does more mobilization, where is the need most, we shall start from. So WestNile is at the top list. As we participate, we just know that we are trying to do, to make sure that we are considered first when we are trying to construct these other facilities in the regions. I think that is it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chairman Alphonse. Now, we go to Gilbert. Gilbert, having been part of the Piera team, not only in your club, once you're Piera, you're also Piera for Rotary Club. So, tell us, how will people participate this year?
Thank you very much, the moderator, the press team available. I was given a simple role to take us through how people will participate this year. And the Cancer Run 2025 will take place on the 31st August, which is a Sunday. And the main run will take place at Kololo Ceremonial Ground, which will start at exactly 7 a.m. in the morning. And then the run will also be in all the major cities and all the towns in the country. And registration is ongoing, just at 30,000 to get yourself the vest, and which comes at the back. And for Arua as a city, we have a number of places of pickup points where you can go and drop yourself a kit, and you'll be part of this great run. We are happy that amongst the people available here, we have few stakeholders who are doing very much well as far as selling out these kits are concerned. We have Centenary Bank, Arua branch. We have Oak Diagnosis. We have Bamboo Village, that's where we are right now. And then we also have a number of them which include Heritage Salon, National Water and Sewage Corporation, Arua. We have Antasnes, we have Manuela Grills, we have Mission Cafes. We also have Kuambe, we have Berry Cottages, Park Supermarket, MOOPS, Arua Campus, Maracha School of Nursing. And then also we extend our request to the media houses available with us. If you feel you can also be part of the pickup points where those who are ready and willing to be part of the run can access the kits from, we request you to take the kits and help it reach out to our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gilbert. Quickly, we move back to Alphonse. Alphonse, you talked much of construction. So please tell us, when will construction of the bunker start? And as you answer that, you tell us what will be next once the target is met. Those are 2 questions in one. I believe you will harmonize them so very well. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This construction goes into phases, and we first did the first phase. We started the construction in May 2022, and we did the first phase where we had the foundation finished. Right now we are going on the second phase, and the second phase is the most important one, whereby the bunkers have to be up. And we are advised by the International Atomic Energy that we cannot just construct and stop in the middle before these bunkers get finished, because that will compromise everything that we started. So we need to complete this construction to full capacity. That's why every year we are trying to raise, we need to raise the entire amount so that we can start the finish the construction without stopping. Then secondly, after the construction and everything we are done with in Zambia, those radiotherapy center, we shall embark on building similar centers in the 4 regions of the country to ensure the services are nearer to the people. Let's say in WestNile, you don't need to go maybe to Kampala, you don't need to go to, right now when you get an issue you have to go to Kampala. When you go to Kampala, then they send you outside. But we are saying let's first bring the services closer to the Ugandans. Then after we have brought the services closer to the Ugandans, now we can bring them closer to the what? To the person, the muntu wa wansi, in other words, mwananchi. Okay, so that's why we are going to construct those in the 4 centers across the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson Alphonse. Back to you, Sarah. You gave us a brief background, which was into details and onto those. So please tell us how much money has been raised over the years, and as you answer that, please tell someone how someone can get more contact information about this Rotary Cancer Run. Thank you.
Thank you. With the first run in 2012, we were able to raise 68 million. In 2013, we raised 94 million. 2014, 188 million. It kept on increasing actually, with more people, more runners coming on board and more people embracing. And to 2024, which was our highest, where we raised, 2023 we raised 1.1, and then the amount doubled in 2024, which was last year's run, where we raised 2.03 billion. So this year, our target is to raise 4 billion, God help us. And I know that people are already embracing this run. It started very small, but we now have over 60,000 people taking part in this annual run. And some people have been raising queries that, hey, you've been running every year. This money is a lot. But ask yourself, why is it that we only have one cancer center in the country at Mulago? It's because cancer treatment is very expensive. It is very expensive to set up a cancer center, yeah, with specialized treatment equipment. So that is why you see that we are still continuing to run. And as the chair said, we still have about 11.8 billion to raise. And if we work very hard and we raise this money maybe in the next 3 years, it will now give us the opportunity to move out to the other centers that he has talked about. So this is a signature project of Rotary, and we are going to continue running. Now, if you need to contact anyone, if you want to sponsor, if you want to make, by the way, you can also make a donation, and no amount is too small. You may make a donation of 5,000, 1,000, and the power of numbers, the more people we have on board, the more that we will come closer to achieving our target of having that cancer center constructed in time, so that we can now move out to the other regions of this country. So who can you contact? In Arua, our chairperson is Alphonse Ashaba, and his number is 0787 370606. The chair mobilization, Sharon Lalam, 0779 21 96 20. And then the chair fundraising, Mr. Joseph Wambuzi Chobe. You can get him on 0780 771 969. And we also have the bigger committee. The person who is the chair of the Rotary Cancer Program who is Stephen Mwanje, actually want to appreciate that gentleman because he was behind this idea. It started as a small dream, but it has now reached where we are because of a Rotarian called Stephen Mwanje. And that time he shared his story. A friend of his had cancer, but then at that time, the only cancer center we had in 2012 was at Mulago. The machines had broken down, and the next option was for this gentleman to go to the nearest, which was in Kenya. So you can imagine how many more people will not afford to go for treatment in Kenya and lost their lives within that time. So it was that really inspired him, and he can be reached on 0752 727 678 and via email mwanges@gmail.com. And also our chair, who is Rotarian Rita Balaka, can be reached on 0776 644 570. These are the people who are spearheading the run in Kampala and also the run in Arua. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharon Malam. You just said the run will be in Arua. In WestNile, are we only running in Arua?
Yes. Now this run is actually countrywide, all over Uganda. We are running in over 40 towns of this country. We also have 10 other cities that will be running, and countries. We have Kenya, we have Dubai, we have China. I can't remember all the others, but we have about Ethiopia as well. We have 10 others out of this country. And in WestNile, Nebi will be running, Ajumani will be running, Obongi will be having a run, Koboko will be having a run, Yumbe will be having a run. And then finally in Arua, we shall be at OPM grounds, August 31st, starting at exactly 7 a.m. We invite you all to join us in this life-saving initiative. Thank you.
Last question for you. If I cannot fail to run, can I still participate?
Yes, you can still participate in this cause. There are different ways in which you can contribute, like the media. You're doing a lot. By creating publicity around this run, you're already contributing. You're creating awareness and getting more people to purchase these kits. You can make a donation, as I'd said earlier on. You can also just buy that kit even if you're not going to run. There are many people who are already doing that. We'll be having 2 kilometers, 5, 10. So you can even choose to walk if that day you feel you cannot run. Or you can just choose to remain at OPM grounds that day. So we can all take part.
Yeah, thank you, Sharon. Briefly, before we get questions from the media and others around, let's go to Moses. Moses to do for us a quick recap in Lubarasi. Our reform Muduti, Udu and Bisi, iyo mze kansa majia, ale binga zi, amabedi yansi bandundu rizekiobo, ale binga zi Moses ya Mbuzuma kia, Moses ni President Ro Koinga, Rotary Club of Arua. Ale zi Moses matia, Moses ilonga mani, ungu kansa bodi, odondra ya Lugare.
Ungu kansa bodi, bani munzo rozi di modu kana na alusiri. Edo andra modu eli 2012 eli mudu nirisi.
Okay. Ungu ndede, iyo bani rinzuzore aduni.
Ongu kansa vode berenzo titan fezo girkondundu si bani chozo kansa ma treatment mopo Uganda re yezu tualu alo andra bani kansa ma program di ne dozoria parito andra bani kansa petizur Rwanda alo mulagwa da mavuti be mune kutase parito da chako leba medo Rotary medo kansa ma treatment ma di tualu ba country Uganda's woro di ma ngaki ezidi tualu bana ne treatment bazu izegen
afabani su kansa ungu bani nzo kansa atizo di nire afabani su eroma alia retasibo iyo ndundu bani su apani malia kia adoke
Alo, eli alo vusi. Baby ongunzo sende trazo obi vutualo nezo kutasi bama di adi kansa vile di tualo engazo eli lifiri mudu nirisi peresadi mavutia ba yeta eyondundu mingi alo ekadu eli lifiri mudu nirisi besu sende milioni kaliazi ane aro la mavutia eka ombo bani bitra sende trazo aguni yererine misu besu cha eli alo vosi ombo sende vile ritutu ani kane yere pere eli ajeris misu billion bani riziri tsiri apazire la
wadifo mini yoborle udu andu disibabi ni ili firi kaldi ntoili sibungu dinzu banungu dinzuria baleta iyo tade aba sende taria udu andu disisende bani tradi sibani mwadie.
Okay, sende bani mutra eli di mali aresi bamu alu machine banomve linear accelerator machine cancer ma apa andrizu echekizuba ruere ba mu azini mas perito bani muzu machine da bazore le zone ba masiri kilili ba mu zone si azini ba mu ani afaye ba mu ba azingaba cancer treatment malaria di imbazo afabani njazo da ma azeki ya libeni
wadifo ba mu duki WestNile ya di kakidele aungu dinzura kile ki atika ungu dikuri atingoni ngoni
ekale ungu dinzura mi ito ibani idi ati girkondondo si girkwalo mini tozo afare atizuri alo mini vesti bongo bani ungu ntozo di jezuri namberi mini vini azakoma fezo mito etitafe apati mi vo etiri mi fe cancer ma fani namba nazore klete ba mi die ni ye le mi oduko cancer vle di rere mezuko tase be drichi tu aluru ba maniyo ogubar monzo de madria ba makatitan de kitu ala ni beni
iyo tadi dia ba pari bani cancer muzo ba cancer bereke atizo ini atitu suzo azini ro ko suzo re ba siria oro nda mu de rasia rungare
bedo angu basi angu da bedo erisi okay bedo angu da si 2014 si te bedo sende ni rezi sende andra bani rezi 2012 si to 2014 si basi bedo okoya se cancer treatment bedo center da singazu Zambia center da si sende bani su 2015 sisi basi parito bani ari twitizo azini njezo raki also Mengwa hospital aya sende bani su ingazu 2016 asizi 2024 si bayo dibalene radiazo berayo banka bebe rayo banka da sizu so peresade sende azie si dibalen video di richi banga podi sende azinda da madria bazo banka bani ngazo linear accelerator machine bana yo are cancer detect zuru sizu da ya
iyo tadi dia bodo afada simbra ili alfiri kalid ni risi and ale zimiti abaka de banka da si bebo da butia ba ngudi nzubika dezo
ongudi baka di target abani baadi ya chivubo na mavutia mongudi nzo nazo kunsta banka di bama siki program ledi ki parito ndundu su Uganda armalia woro baka ni askuni ba like engazo road yadi yini ntuzo Kampala risadu etekinsi baka ke azini su WestNile yadi ati baka azini su mezi ruwa ya Western Uganda ni baka kisi ndundu suchi etekini seire aje bani chozo cancer twitizo de eri onvi azine eri treatment biji inia ba ndundu amavu country Uganda dia de libare
awadi fo ba muduki WestNile yare kakidile to kunyaru de yare kakidile uduku su bika cancer ande madria ama ko bazi kadimi ile ta university zera ama ko ile 30 isende di fe bani university fe bene oto atika otu ko dusungwa.
Okay, parito ndundu bani chozo uduko diki suzuri alo mise risu amama parito ndundu bani canceran vesti uzizu diase alo ere ok diagnostic center bamboo village amane riadwa moves Arua campus avenichi we ama parito azi diki bani highlight ndundu ban ba heritage saloon Centenary Bank ma branch ndundu amabu Uganda woro di Maria Chiben mitima langa eridika alo bamboo village ya Centenary Bank ma branch woro di ki aleniandi heritage saloon ya National Water and Sewage Corporation Mopsiachi, Oak Diagnosis Center, Hunter's Nest Hotel, Mission Cafe, Erbaradai, Manuela Grill, Yovela Dental Center, Zambe, Bari Cottages, Berry Cottages, Pap Supermarket. We have Esomat, Marata School of Nursing, moves Arua campus. Didi parito ndundu eka merera micho muda mi vest isura mi zera mi vini amati grikorale sire.
Awadi fo amira ila para kilo kwa tisikilili apata zimila zambe rudai tabano mbe tuambe wapi nyombe mundu kisi tuambe ruli kelo kwa tisiri aba rombe zambe dine so ika irira parindu to dike bari dikiti erwe do gogo tuambe elo inya oro di elo gogo bamu ni inya oro di gogo na dike tabawo ndire retini agul kalebene agukovo side mbarare amito mission cafe ikovo Arua city malia milumu ok diagnostica dangu arodoro diar malia ikovo ika anyapia milu nzumbele Hunters Nest bani tuya heritage yada ika vini amami agaro gogo mito vini milumu heritage gozo gogo rara ika amami vini nia engazo mbara sinia da milu ali mubjaro gogo mi apadusu pari simi agiyere malia toto mi sidimi dini mu ero amavule ambo bano mbe Centenary Bank ya Centenary Bank di kilo bombe avenue road ya ba barimike avenue road ngwarera san Centenary Bank mingi nikirini mi to bi ni mu swipwa ni andra gerko bani muria bini adomia na lerea ilusuda yovela dento ni bini andra bani muria adomia joazi NSSF ni terea dare so parindu bano lariki namba pia ba febini ya diara ba pia namba mundutisi te baba no lada kuma namba ki imetobi ni kidura imetobi ni mura te mani gari simurupi angubano lariki simyoto aviko ikadivini avira yani yusuba tigeri kodria mini nebori ikane sukansara ni ne best ni miyo matamani afadusungu ele musura awadi 4 afemini awadi 4 kudu ando bise thank you our people. I know some people were lost, but we are just trying to pass this information in Lobarati so that people can be well versed with what we are discussing here. So at this juncture, we now go for Q&A, question and answers, and also having more knowledge of what is going on in our region. So the first one goes to Sharon now. This is in view of Rotary Cancer Run having regional centers. Because of the statistics that we are having, Uganda Cancer Institute would now is going to construct one of the biggest statewide cancer treatment centers in WestNile, that is in Arua. The land has been surveyed, and the MOU with Muni University has been done, and the construction may start before 2026. So what does Rotary International, Rotary Uganda, District 9213, think about such a move by the government?
Thank you. That's a very good move by the government, and trying to bridge the treatment gaps and also bring the services closer to the people, because it's very expensive for many to travel to Kampala. You need accommodation, you need to feed, but when it's brought closer to you in West Nile, then it becomes easier. And of course, we are going to share this with the Uganda Cancer Program Office and see, because West Nile has been supporting this run. By the way, Arua has been raising a lot of money compared to other districts in this country. So if there are other initiatives that can be, even if it means supporting these patients, accommodation or anything, I think the Uganda Cancer Program can come up with, I cannot give you a concrete answer right now, but this is something that I believe that the Uganda Cancer Program, the board, can have a discussion around, and they see what else they can do for West Nile region. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The questions are now open for the media team to ask. Yes, Arua one.
Yes, thank you so much.
You can mention the person, or if it is for everyone.
Very many questions maybe to all the people who spoke. I thank you so much. Before I get to the question, I appreciate the press conference. It is like the previous press conferences we had prior to the previous cancer runs we had. Probably must have taught you having a press conference that should be so comprehensive that the questions are limited. However, that does not stop us from asking a few, because some of the questions we have prepared, I can see from the press, we're able to really get the definite answers. Starting with the gentleman from work, you actually talked about the state of cancer, particularly how it's treated, and also the myth around it, and how people here perceive certain things about cancer and all that. The question about it is about the current state. How does it stand? And what deliberate moves have you made to see that people actually go into it? Because this needs a lot of sensitization or awareness question. Maybe in one way or the other you might have tried, but how intensive was it? Because the truth of the matter is, with the way you spoke about cancer, somebody can easily get scared. But again, the way you talked about the treatment and how somebody can come out of screen, somebody also gets hope, the way Florence was clearly stating it. So the question is, what is the state of screening? What is the turnout for screening? Are we safe? Are people showing up? That is the first question. It goes out to you. I don't want to ask about the myth anymore, because Florence again said that it's not a death sentence, the same way you actually placed it from the first time. Though the question around there would be, how much have we made people believe that this is not as scary as they think? Because somebody out there, once maybe a local man goes and tells a commonest person in my village, Terego, then that person will say, what is the Lord? It's the end of me. Literally. That's what they will believe. So how much have you done to make them believe that they can actually, it's not a death sentence, like you say? Setina answered my question if I asked about the figures. Thank you so much. 500 million was what I quoted. I think that is very good. About Sharon's submission, you talked about the day 31st August, and from your submission, somebody sees the need for blood donation on that day. Is it in plan? That was communicated. So we wish to know if the Cancer Run Day will have many other activities, and it will include the blood donation activity as one of those, because you already stated the importance of blood in this. Chairman Alphonse, I will go to you. Sharon stated 4 billion as the target for this year's run. That is nationwide. Last year, Arua or WestNile did well. how much are we expecting to do this year? Maybe you can state for us some figures. It will be very important. And lastly, to you, Miss Atai Florence, you spoke about the way you actually talked about cancer. You gave me hope. I've not even screamed. I've not asked people around me to go for it, but that really motivated me. It inspired me to think it's important that maybe after here we should take moves. However, the question will be, how often do you interact with the cancer patients? Because the belief is that the more you talk to them, the more you talk to them the way you talk to us, the media, then we are going to be developing or gaining more faith and probably get our mentality towards cancer improved. So I really wanted to know, how often do you talk or interact with the cancer patients? Thank you so much. These are very many questions, I know, but I'm sorry, my other media guys probably will have questions. For now, I would wish to stop here. Thank you.
I would add, so that we don't forget, since there are so many, let's first answer them, and then we go to the next set of questions. You have asked questions for 10 people, and we need those 10 people questions to be answered. Let's start with Oak.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much once again for this opportunity. So for the first question that you asked, what is the state of screening? Now, the commonest cancer we have in Uganda is cervical cancer and breast cancer. Those are the commonest cancers we have in Uganda, unfortunately, and they are affecting women. And as OAK, we do hold medical camps to help create awareness about these cancers. And during these medical camps, we do offer free screening for cervical cancer. That is VIA and the pap smears for those who have positive VIAs. And then secondly, in line with screening and awareness, we also hold CMEs with the different facilities, medical facilities, and not only medical facilities, but also with schools and companies, private companies. We do ask if they are able to, if they do have meetings and if they do have health talks, we do ask to participate in some of these health talks so that we can create awareness about these diseases. And secondly, you asked about how much we have made people believe that they can survive this cancer. Whenever we handle so many cases of tumors, and a tumor can be cancerous or not cancerous, but in case a patient comes out with a positive result of cancer, we do take them through the different treatment options. We do show them that, you know what, this is not the end. You get it? And many people have recovered from these diseases through giving them these treatment options. Yeah, so we explain to them in detail about the possible treatment options they are going to undergo and what is going to take to undergo these treatment options. We also guide them in case that to go to the different cancer institutes, maybe to Gulu or maybe to Mlago. We're able to guide them through how they are going to get their medications, where to begin from, so that to lighten their journey of cancer. You get it? Yes. Thank you so much. Maybe if you need any other clarity.
Thank you. Let's quickly go to Atai because the question is similarly to one of Oak.
Thank you. I'll start with re-echoing what has been said from OAK, as in how do they go about, what is the turn-up for the screening. I can attest to that. It's good because OAK Diagnostic Center has been, I have been part of their team at some point. I go and visit their corporate staffs. corporate partners, like we visited some NGOs here, including the offices of UNHCR Arua. We talked to their staff and encouraged them to come and do screening, and they have been turning up. So I think so far the turn up is not bad, and there's awareness going on. And there was a question that was posed, that how often do I interact with cancer patients? It's very often, on daily basis. I talk to so many patients, I even don't know the others. Like, I get calls from Mulago, from where my contacts reach out to people. I talk to them, encouraging them, counseling them. And then I also do counseling and palliative care unit in Arua Regional Referral Hospital. It's not daily, it's voluntary. But there are days I spare my time. I go and I meet patients. I talk to them. I follow them up. I do home visits on individual basis. I just go and I've had a one-on-one with so many patients around. And the others have really responded very positively. They are picking up well, and that is what I am doing so far. And I don't hide. I've come openly because I want people to come out and let them be free from cancer, because many people are dying, and just because they cannot disclose their test status and they don't want to get treatment, they're hiding because they fear stigma, isolation and whatnot. Because when they declare you have cancer, because of our perceptions here, we tend to isolate such people, and which is not okay. And many cancer patients have silently been going through a lot. And personally, and as Rotary, and as a nation, we really need to come out of that. We need to encourage the need to do early screening, the need to support and care. And this all comes through counseling, the visits, and also, you know, there's also the aftermath of cancer, the treatment. There's also need for mental health. There are so many aspects which maybe can be looked at later. But as per your question, I interact with so many, and I intend to do it a lot more than this. Thank you.
Thank you, Achai. From there we go to the chairman, and after chairman we come to Sharon. Chairman.
Thank you, Kim Nash, for that wonderful question. Last year, our target, we raised 2 billion countrywide, and as for WestNile, we raised about 61 million. So this year, we are aiming at having over 3,000 runners for WestNile, and that will be translating to about 100 million. So it's a boost that we need, and we need it to be a little bit bigger, and we are doing serious mobilization. And with your support as the media team, with your campaign, as with the whatever you put out, for sure, I think we can reach this target, and as we mobilize, do a lot of mobilization. Thank you so much.
Yes, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you, Kim Nas, for your questions. Those are very good questions. Yes, as Rotary, we've been carrying out health camps ahead of the run. I think it was in one run where on the day of the run we carried out that donation, and it was about, I think, 4 years ago. But people complained and they said they were fatigued and we were picking blood out of them. But when we talked to the medics, they said it was safe. So I don't know, Ellie. But I think we'll have to do it on the day when we are carrying out the medical camp. That is when we'll also do the blood donation. And thank you for that. We are going to include it as a part of our activities.
Added on to that, patients of cancer, they really need blood. Without blood, it's very hard to do chemotherapy. And when the CBC is down, it is usually hard. And chemo has a lot of effects. It takes away your appetite. So you cannot eat. Sometimes there are certain types of food you have to eat in order for the blood to be there, to regenerate. But sometimes when you're weak, you're unable to eat, and the medication is strong, you lack blood. So there is need for blood to be donated in order to save lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe before the next question, maybe from my colleagues, there was the other concern of the kits being sold in some of the media houses. I don't think if there's any media house that will sell no to that. I think that should be actually one of the points. I see it important in all the media houses.
Okay.
You make a delivery to.
Okay, thank you, Kimnas. Before we actually go, there is going to be a medical camp organized by Oak, and the later came to Rotary Club of Arua, and then also some other, I think Red Cross is involved, and some other medical team coming from Kampala. So it is going to be on 29th of August, and it will be at Arua Central Market, and the letters have already been submitted, and the permission has already been granted. Just before we move further, Solomon has a question in form of an addition, in form of what, so let him answer, say it out. Solomon from Centenary Bank, please.
Thank you so much. Just wanted to add something on the cancer story. I've also undergone cancer treatment. I had a tumor here. If you look at this side of my body closely, you will see there's a scar here. I was operated 2 times, but the tumor kept on coming on the same spot. So my doctor got worried and said I needed to go to Cancer Institute. They removed it and they tested it. And they referred me. They said it was not a cancer, that is according to him, but they said I needed to undergo the treatment. I underwent radiotherapy. I have an experience, and I can tell other people what it means to have a cancer from what I saw from the Cancer Institute. The numbers are so many. You not only know what cancer is until when you are there at the institute. And there are people who get healed. Cancer can be treated. What she's saying is true. And I'm also here. This is my 2nd year when I was discharged from the Cancer Institute. I stayed there for 10 months, climbing those hills on a daily basis, every day. We could come as early as 4 a.m. Me, I'm someone who had been in Arua. I lived here for long. I never knew, with all that traffic jam in the city, what I said, if I'm transferred that side, will I really manage to work there? But guys, when it means to be sick, you do whatever it takes to get the treatment. After being discharged, I made a personal initiative. I said, every year for my household, I have to buy the kids. And that is how I'm also supporting this initiative. We can all do that. Each of us, we can buy those kids and we support this initiative. It is a very good one. Thank you.
Thank you, Solomon. And also to the media houses, as Florence Atai is willing to always communicate, pass the information. If media houses can go with her number here and always fix some time for her to, as Kim Nash had said, occasionally, how often? So the answer still also comes from you. How often can you give her time to communicate? Thank you. Next question. No,
it's 0782. Oh, no, let me give the one on WhatsApp. 0787 12 10 81.
Okay, you got a number? Yeah, so I think how often, the answer is partly going to be answered. More questions, please? Any other questions? Yes, Asimwe from Access.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. In first place, I would love to commend the team for the efforts they put. When the statistics were read, we realized that actually the graph is improving. That simply means that the efforts put are worth it. So if the team can keep on with that, then that will be good for the vision. The next question is to the doctor. Based on observation, I've realized most times people in the rural areas, sometimes you find that they give testimonies of how they have healed from cancer using the local herbs. So I don't know whether the researchers, the medical researchers have taken the time to go on the ground to see whether it is true that these local herbs work. Maybe you never know, we could be having a solution to cancer treatment that you have not given attention to. So maybe you could also help us answer that. Because several of them have given those testimonies that I had cancer, I was diagnosed with cancer, I came back, I used the local herbs. So could it be a secret solution that you have not given attention to? Thank you.
Any other question? He has noted that down, so we can collect and then the answer as one. Yes, possible.
My name is Peter. For me, I'm looking at the run stuff and looking at the price. You know, when you hear grocery, most people, especially local people, think about the corporate class. And cancer doesn't exist. Cancer, anyone can get cancer. Maybe we have some people out there who would love to contribute, but they cannot afford the 100,000. Is there any package for them?
That has already been noted by Sharon. Any other question? Any other question? Kim Nass, you're about to ask another one? You know you asked for the Teredian. Now can you ask for people in Arua? Yeah, that is what I got in the first one. Yeah, for the Teredian.
No, okay, the technical story came about the commonest man down in my village. About the leaf. Asim partly asked that question, also it relates to that. However, I would ask about the roadmap for the run, because I know we are talking about 40 days from now. If the mathematics is done well, the run is going to be 40 days from now. Today is 22nd, and it is on 31st. So literally 8 days to finish this month, and then 31 days next month. So those are like 40 days. So I'm asking the roadmap, let somebody know much earlier. Yeah, because some of us are not only going to buy kits and sit back, we also want to run. Because from the doctor, running is part of the sweating process and all that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Chairman Alphonse has noted that. Now, you know, Kim Nash has 3 categories of asking questions. He always asks for the Teredians, he asks for Ugandan, and then he asks for Chinese, where the name Kim comes from. So for the Chinese, we shall wait later.
It's okay.
Any other questions from the media? Any other questions? Let's first answer that, as more questions will come as answering is being done. So, Oak?
Thank you so much for that question. As regards to treatment for cancer, scientifically approach, we have been on 3 possibilities. Either do the surgery, chemotherapy, and radiotherapy. Most of these, the herbs, like I mentioned earlier, are mostly preventative options. Most of the fruits which are suggested, foods to eat, they are suggesting foods and fruits and consumables which contain antioxidants, and these antioxidants usually help to prevent cancer from arising and not treating cancer. For those people whom we have suggested have healed from cancer, now what people don't understand is there are many conditions which do mimic cancer. By mimic, I mean resembling cancer. Yes. So some conditions can cause your body to swell, and they do mimic cancer. But in reality, they are not actually cancer. 2, the cancer is a tumor, but it's a malignant tumor. There was what they call tumors. A tumor is an abnormal growth on your body. It can be cancerous or not cancerous. I'm sure you have found people who have had swellings maybe on the head here like this, and then they stop growing because it's a tumor, yes, but it's not a cancerous tumor. So such people, maybe these non-cancerous tumors and also these conditions which tend to mimic cancers, they can be resolved. You get it? But the cancer itself, I don't think cancer is not a joke. Maybe that's, yes, and its treatment is very clear-cut. Scientifically, you either do the surgery, the chemotherapy, or the radiotherapy. For the mimics of cancer, there are so many diseases, even TB can mimic cancer in many ways. Yes, and yeah. So these conditions can be treated, the mimics, but in the end, they are not what? They are not cancer. Yes, maybe that's...
Thank you, Oak. In other words, he's saying you can only know that you have cancer when you have tested.
Yes.
So you cannot be treating cancer, you may be treating an ulcer wound when it is not really cancer, and then someone comes up and says, I treated cancer. Thank you. Let's go to Sharon.
Yes, that's a good one. And I think it may be hard for me to respond because one way of the raising funds is through selling. Now, Mutua wants it, you cannot afford. What can we do for them? This is also something that I can share with the program. And if someone maybe doesn't have the kit, they may buy a kit at maybe 5,000 and run 10,000. So we're also getting feedback from the public and we share it with them.
Thank you. Maybe just copying from your earlier statement, you say anyone can donate. So maybe Mutua wants you, we can count it as donation, 5,000 to buy water for people who are running. Last year when we were on radio patches, someone, an old woman was listening, decided to send 5,000. That for us, he knows he has had, but let people have the 5,000 to buy water for people who are running. And those are the examples that we did. I think she said it earlier, that you can donate even 100 shillings. When people are running, you can, even clapping hands is also a way of contributing. Thank you. Back to you, Chairman, about the roadmap.
Thank you so much. I think also I would like to supplement on that previous statement, who can also participate. Basically everyone. Actually, if you have failed to afford to buy the kit or to contribute anything, we applaud you to always even come on that day of the run. No one will chase anyone. Everyone is welcome to take part in the run. Who knows that tomorrow you might be having the capacity to buy the kit. And basically we shall also be sharing information on that day. So we welcome everyone, even if you cannot afford, but please come on the day of the run and participate. That is very welcome. Thank you. And when it comes to the roadmap of this run, we are having various activities that are taking place. Right now we have had the press briefing, and we shall be having radio talk shows. And on your station or on your media house, you can even invite us. We are willing to come and also be in some of those programs you think people are always listening in. You invite us, we come, we give a talk, and create awareness. Then also we have had a partner, that is Arua City Health Club. It has given us a package for everyone, Rotarians, even if you're non-Rotarian, as long as you come and you say Rotary, I'm part of the Rotary, you are allowed to come and do aerobics with them at 6 p.m. That is every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Yes, you come and do aerobics with them so that by the day of the run, you're active. We don't want to have cases on the day of the run. You have never walked 1 kilometer, you want to run 20 kilometers. So we do advise that you do some exercises, and that's why Arua City Health Club has given us that opportunity. So aerobics will be going on. Please come and attend. Then also we shall have a cancer run drive on Friday, creating more awareness in the city. We shall be moving around, and on that same day we shall have a medical camp that will take place at the main market. So please mobilize those people who would like to come and do different tests. to be a part of that medical camp on 29th. That will be a Friday before the day of the run. So that will be one of the activities. Then we shall be having other mobilization activities. We are having announcements in church. We are having some groups we shall be attending so that we create awareness about the cancer run. Then on the day of the run, we shall have aerobics starting at 7. Then after we shall have the run commencing at 7:30. And we expect by maybe 10 or by 9 something, we shall be, most of the runners will be back. And there we shall have speeches and awards. And that's how we shall be having our day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Chairman. Chairman also says that media houses, we are coming for talk shows. Anytime, let your doors be open for us in case we come. Any other questions from the media houses? Personally, I would need to ask this one. I don't want to go without asking it. Of diagnostics. What are the commonest cancers that we are talking about? Because I hear people are talking of scrotum, people talk of the one of the throat, people talk of which ones are the most commonest in our community?
As OAK, we are handling cancer cases for Arua and WestNile in general, and from the cases we have gotten, we have realized that cervical cancer is still the highest common cancer, yes, here in WestNile and in Uganda in general. Yeah, and then the breast cancers, also there's so many cases of breast cancers. And then the third commonest cancer we are getting is to men, that is the prostate cancer. Yes, and then for the mouth, we have been having oral cancer a lot, especially from active smokers. We've been having oral cancers a lot, and cancer of the tongue. Yes, those have been the most common cancers. The esophageal cancer is also picking up from the esophageal cancer. Yes, has slowly been picking up. I think it's also because of the smoking, which is the people have embraced smoking. Yes. If I'm not mistaken, we are not allowed to smoke publicly in Uganda, in public places. We are only allowed to smoke in designated places. But I'm seeing that here in Arua and WestNile in general, people are still actively smoking. So I think that's what is causing the esophageal cancers to be on the rise. But to answer your question in brief, the commonest cancer we have here is the cervical cancer, the breast cancer, the prostate cancer, and we have had an increase in the oral and esophageal cancers. Yes.
Now my last question.
Yes.
People talk of the breast cancer. Is breast cancer only for women alone, or also men can get breast cancer? Yeah. And then another one is about the common way of the smoking of shisha in most of the places amongst the young people. What advice would you give that we can pass together with the media houses to the young people who are much now involved in smoking shisha as prestige? Thank you.
To answer your question, breast cancer can affect both men and women. We have had a few cases, because previously I was at Mulago Pathology, and we have made a few cases, I think 2 cases, which are very unique. There were men who are having breast cancer. So it's not only for women, but it's more active, it's more common predominantly, a disease which commonly affects women. Yes. So as regards to smoking, there are many reasons why people smoke. A lot of times, people are trying to overcome stress, and they're trying to cope with life. And what my advice to the youth is that to find alternative ways to cope with stress, to cope with all these, the hustle and bustle of the day that comes with, so that brings about this, you to seek pleasure or seek relaxation through smoking. There are many other ways, through activity, through active sports, maybe like Twambe and maybe jogging, other ways we can overcome stress, because most times alcohol, people who are addicted, maybe smoking and maybe drinking alcohol, they always have other conditions they're trying to they always have different stresses which are piling on, and a lot of times they try to cope with this stress through unknowingly through taking maybe alcohol, maybe actively smoking. Yeah, so I'm advising them to find alternative ways to cope with that stress. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Are there any more questions from the media? If not, we have media houses in the building. We have WestNile TV, we have Sarah Wright TV, Arua 1, FM and Vision Group. Then we have Access Radio, Daily WestNile TV, Radio Patches, Voice of Life are all in the building. So at this juncture, I will now request Chairman, you will forgive me. I'm now going region-wise. I will request the regional councillor and mobilizer to give us the closing remarks of this day. That is none other than Sharon. Of course, we have the TV, we have the partners here. So since the partners also run region-wide, I'll have the closing remarks.
Thank you. I want to thank everyone who has honored our invitation, particularly the media houses that have joined us this morning, afternoon already. Let's appreciate them. As I said earlier on, you play a very key role in publicizing the event and also creating awareness around cancer. And with your support, we can do a lot to get out the message to the people. I also want to appreciate our partner, Centenary Bank. Thank you for the support from 2012 to date. It has been enormous. And I urge us all, let us open accounts or pick a credit facility. Their rates are good. Let us support Centenary Bank, and thank you for being, they call it Centenary Bank, our bank. Thank you for being the people's bank. I also want to appreciate my fellow Rotarians and refractors for sparing your time and for active mobilization of the run activities. Yes, August 31st is not so far, and I urge all of us, let us join in this life-saving initiative. The public, we urge you to join us in this one. August 35, all roads will lead to the Rotary Cancer Run venues. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a great day.
Thank you, Sharon. And for people who have not asked questions, we pray that next year you ask them. Or on any time when you meet Sharon, you meet the chairperson, you go to Centenary Bank, please fire them. Let's note one thing, whatever that the Rotarians have said, whatever that has been said by Centenary, let's not use it to say that they have said so, but these are all said by the individuals who are here on behalf of the companies, but not the companies saying what has been said. Thank you so much. I was told that we're having group photo. Just